Hello, this is Andrew with Million.Bike. If you remember, a couple months ago, or actually back in October, Strava turned off flybys because some guy freaked out about, actually it was the grouping feature, not actually flybys, but he freaked out about flybys and they turned it off. I'm sort of a fan of flybys. I think that setting it the default to off is a bad thing given what Strava's, trying to accomplish. But I thought it was interesting. So yesterday, while I was out riding, a couple guys ended up drafting off me for a little while down Green Bay Road up in Winnetka, which is in the North Shore of Chicago. And as we were approaching a stoplight, uh, some lady got out of her car and yelled at us, and it was just a strange thing. But I thought it'd be interesting, and they both had really nice specialized S-Works bikes. One of them was an SL7. I think the other one was either an SL7 or a Venge, but it doesn't really matter. I figured I would just go find them and hope that one of them had flybys turned on and give them kudos for the ride because they made me push it a little bit, and that was a fun thing to do. But while I was doing that, I discovered that given the way that Flybys works, there's something of a privacy hole that you can exploit if one of the people in a group has Flybys enabled. So I'm going to go show you how I did that. So here's my ride. Go ahead and pop that up. And from the activity, you can go ahead and click on Flybys. And then you get this message that tells you kind of how Flybys works and all that. You just make that go away. And what you do is you just kind of go through the list of people, athletes, who could have been on could have matched the ride that I was looking for. Now, I just happen to know, based on what I did here, basically I know it was this guy because I went through this and found it earlier. But the way I found it is I clicked on his name. I saw that he only did the ride with one other person, which matches my recollection. If I click on his face here to get his user profile, I can see that he has, or at least he's taking pictures of, a specialized Tarmac SL7 in the paint scheme that I remember. Now, the person that was with him also had an S-Works specialized. I think it was either an SL7 or it was a Venge. I didn't get that good of a look at it, but it also had a fantastic paint scheme. And so if I go and look at him, this is where things get a little bit interesting, right? So he doesn't have flybys enabled, but he also doesn't have a public profile. But by using the flyby feature from somebody else who was with him when he rode, I can find him, I can see what he did, and I can match him up. So there's kind of an interesting privacy hole in this knee-jerk reaction that Strava had around flybys, because if anybody in the group that you're riding with has flybys enabled and you have the GroupMe feature enabled, you might as well have flybys enabled. So just something to be aware of, something I found interesting. Anyway, hopefully you found that useful. If you did, go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or comments, drop them below. I do read them all. Cheers.